Have you ever wanted to see a movie where giant rabbit man gets his dick ripped off and then gets beat to death with the dick? I know everyone has always wanted to see that movie. Well, this is that movie. Yeah, you think that's never crossed my mind at all. That just sounds odd. Well, this is that movie. So wave your dick in the air, wave it like you just don't care. Okay, this is Bunny the Killer Thing, and we're doing it for Easter. What does it have to do with Easter? Well, it's got a bunny in it. Absolutely nothing. Okay, so it starts out, these two people are arriving at a cabin where apparently one of them is a writer and he's going to work on writing a book. But the door is open and they quickly get zapped by stun guns. And then the wife or the girlfriend, whatever she is, gets her head blown off because she's making too much noise. And they take the writer back and they turn him into the giant bunny man with the huge dick. And then we meet our three men who are Finnish and are having an ambulance, who go to meet our three women and another man named Thomas. Thomas is Finnish and the three women are American. And the one woman is apparently scarred and wears a mask all the time. And they stop at a store to get stuff. I know you're already thrilled at this point, and you don't think it can get more thrilling, but just wait. Because they meet someone on the road whose car is broken down and doesn't want them looking in the trunk. What could be in that trunk? Could it be an elephant? Could it be a dead body? Could it be a dead body of elephants? You will have to wait and see. But the girl invites these guys who have the car broken down to spend the weekend with them at the cabin where they're going to be partying because she likes the Asian guy. And quickly, the fat guy with the beard asks the black guy if he can call him Mr. Black. And he says, "You can call me Mr. White." And they all scramble off to get drunk. Except for Thomas, who goes out to light the sauna. And then he meets the Bunny Man. Or as we know him, Bunny the Killer Thing, who has a giant dick. And he sees the vagina on Thomas' shirt. And he goes, "Pussy, pussy," and waves his dick around and chases Thomas out into the woods. And Thomas loses his glasses. And he is the only character in any movie I have ever watched who, when he loses his glasses, he has trouble seeing. And I am not making this up. I have seen many movies, and whenever a character loses their glasses, their eyesight is perfectly fine. I take my glasses off. Literally, I can barely see myself. I'm blurry as hell. So I need glasses. Thomas loses his glasses. He's like, "I think I can maybe make something out." He's like me. So Thomas runs in this cabin where these other people are partying. And he sees naked girls, and there are naked girls. And so the bunny chases them out into the woods. Meanwhile, Mr. Black has Mr. White trying his shit. Not literal shit. He's not having the man eat literal poop. So that would be hilarious. It is alcohol he makes himself, but he mixes it up with regular vodka, which Sarah, who likes the Asian guy, is now drinking Mr. Black's shit. and she gets drunk and throws up. At which point the Asian guy, whose name I have no idea what it is, eventually holds her hair when she throws up and decides that Sarah's breasts are perfectly fine, and then puts Sarah to bed after she passes out. At which point Nina, who the kid Jesse likes, rapes Sarah. Well, she doesn't really rape her so much, because you kind of have to have a dick to rape a woman. But she kisses her violently, cups her breasts, and sticks 2 fingers up her pussy, which Jesse sees, and then Nina finds Jesse in the closet, and they come to an understanding. Everyone can rape everyone, but Nina will never have sex with Jesse. That is not the understanding. I am just kidding. Jesse gets a kiss and just to touch Nina's boob, and that is all. And then nobody knows about anything until Sarah wakes up and Nina is gone. Now, I kind of agree with Jesse. Nina is kind of the hot one. So she is violent and apparently a lesbian, and stomped the squirrel to death earlier in the film. Meanwhile, Mr. White and Mr. Black get more of Mr. Black's shit out while fixing the car, while Thomas is still running from the bunny. But one of the girls has called the police, and the police come like they're armed to go to war. Literally, they've got bullets strapped across their chests, guns lining their back seat. They look like Deadpool when at the end of Deadpool 1, when he's got just this whole bag of guns. And they're like, did we bring enough weapons? And they're like, I don't know. At which point they hit Thomas, and his dick goes through the windshield, causing them to drive off a cliff and die. And the bunny then goes back after the women. All because Thomas has a pussy on his shirt and underwear. Emma, the scarred one, who is Thomas' sister, then finds out that Thomas is missing and has sex. But a guy comes inside her, so she immediately murders him. No, she doesn't murder him. She doesn't really murder him. But she is mighty pissed off. But not to worry, the bunny arrives again and quickly kills Emma before she can have the man's baby. And then kills the man. At which point the employer, who is having no fun whatsoever, who is driving the car, who is in charge of the car and is kind of the employer, and is the fuddy-duddy, loses an eye, and we have entered Fulci movie territory now. The bunny then chases Mr. White and Mr. Black in the house, and the Asian guy and Nina throws the Asian guy to distract the bunny so her and Sarah can escape. At which point Sarah says she hates Nina, and Nina punches her in the face and knocks her out. Actually, she knocks her into the propane tank and knocks her out. Jesse then goes to building a weapon. And Mr. White, Mr. Black, and the guy missing an eye get in the car to drive away. But the guy missing an eye gets knocked out of the car because the door doesn't close right. And the bunny rapes him in his eye socket to death. Because an eye socket looks like pussy. Who knew? So then Jesse comes out with his beer crossbow. And then we realize there's a reason Jesse doesn't use weapons. Jesse is a fucking terrible shot. He hits a squirrel, he hits a car, he hits the Asian guy, he never hits the bunny, but somehow he gets away. The Asian guy is dead, though. Mr. White and Mr. Black get away, and then the bunny finds Nina, which he rapes to death, allowing Sarah to get away. And then Mr. White and Mr. White hears some thumping in the trunk of Mr. Black's car and demands to know what's in the trunk, which we open up and we see is this pop star whose music we've been hearing the whole movie. And then Sarah shows up and they have a happy reunion. And then the bunny shows up. And Sarah rips its dick off, beats it to death, and shoves it in its eye hole. During which point the pop star gets away. And the goons show up and taser all of them. Except for the pop star, who once again, I said, got away. Back at the lab, the scientist, that mad scientist, mad doctor, he might just be an angry doctor and just bad at traffic, who knows, shoots the lead goon for losing the pop star. And then when the people come in to get the pop star, he tells them that it's Sarah. But Mr. White has an idea and squirms till someone punches him so hard his eyeball pops out. At which point he strangles a man with the eyeball, literally while tied up, and forces another man to shoot the man who's about to get Sarah. At which point Mr. Black just goes Hulk mode, stands up, breaks the chair, and beats the mad scientist to death with his dick. And then they find the bunny room, where all these bunny people, along with all these people who are their lovers, are having sex. And they kill all of them. And we end the movie with Sarah, Mr. White, and Mr. Black walking through the mountain, walking in a clearing covered with snow with guns. And then we cut to a bunny going pussy, pussy, and a bunny going cock, cock. Actually, I think it's going penis, penis. And we know they're gonna mate. This is one of those movies that is one of the greatest movies of all time. And I can't believe I've rambled on for 14 minutes so far. But this is a great movie. You need to watch it. It's on the Roku channel for free. Though when I filmed this, it was on the Roku channel for free. I'm not sure if it's there anymore. But this is a great film. Truly, truly one of the greatest films Finland has ever made. Now, mind you, I've never seen another Finnish film in my life. But this is the greatest one I've ever seen come out of Finland. So see it. It's Bunny the Killer Thing.